welcome back. My name is Jennifer. So glad you are here. Today we're going to do something a bit different. We're going to talk about the luxury beauty retailers that I find myself buying from, quite frankly. Those retailers that just kind of pull me in a little bit, and more often than not. And then we're going to also talk about those retailers that maybe I used to love and get excited about, yet not anymore really. So let's do it. All right, guys. So I'm going to talk about my top three. They're in no particular order because I really can't rank them. I don't know why. Like sometimes one is better than another and then the other is better. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, the first retailer that I really want to talk about, and like I said, these are in no particular order, is Selfridges. Now, the reason I love Selfridges so much is that I can order different types of brands that I can't normally get here in the States. For example, Suku is one of those brands that I adore, but it's not readily available here in the States. But luckily, through Selfridges Plus, which is the actual subscription service that I signed up for last August, I believe. But you really sign up, you pay a fee a year, like a fee a year. I think it's $55 US dollars per year. Yes. I pay $55 each year and I get unlimited worldwide deliveries on all orders over $55. So it's a good deal considering that if I were to order from Selfridges one time, it would cost me $30 to ship from their store to my house. Yeah, it's already paid itself over and over and over. But honestly, I really love being able to peruse through Selfridges' website. I do like the website. Sometimes their search engine isn't as great as I would like it to be, but I feel like they carry different brands from the UK and various brands that we can't, or launches even, that we can't get over here in the States. Another thing that I see is that sometimes their prices they do vary, and they're different than what we would pay. We would pay more here, which is quite interesting. I don't know how that all works, but it is something to think about as well if you're looking into more expensive brands and things like that. I really, really love the shipping, okay? The shipping at Selfridges is incredible. I can sometimes get my DHL shipment in 2 to 3 days, whereas other retailers, it would take up to a week or more, depending on what, where you're ordering from, right? It's just spot on, phenomenal. I feel like their customer service has always been very good. I have not had any issues with things breaking. It's always packaged really well. It's just really nice. If you haven't heard of Selfridges, it's a very well-known department store, and it's really good. I really enjoy it. The next retailer that I feel is great is Nordstrom. Nordstrom is a great retailer. Now, do they have everything first? No. Selfridges does a lot. They usually have those new releases, right? And sometimes exclusive. But Nordstrom's a solid option. If there are things I want to try, I don't return a ton of things, but if there are things that, they do have a great return policy as well. I try not to return a lot of things at all. I don't return a lot of things, but they do have a good return policy if things don't work out for you or if the shade isn't right and things like that. So, and I feel like they have a good reward system from their cards and their Nordstrom notes and things like that. And I personally really like the brands that they carry and have always really enjoyed Nordstrom as well. Another site that I really, really enjoy shopping is Saks. Saks I've had great customer service from them. I'm not sure, I personally have had good customer service from them. And you know what has really what really kind of makes me want to shop the site more is the customer service. Has anyone noticed that? Like, there's and like their policies and things like that. It's just more for, you know, I just have more peace of mind when shopping at particular retailers when the customer service is great, their policies and procedures are spot on. You know, I can use ShopRunner. I have ShopRunner. That is something else that I really like to use with Saks too. Like, I get 2-day shipping, all the things. So it's just one of those things where I feel like there's a lot of integration with, you know, with things that make my experience a lot better. And I really like that. They carry amazing brands, some brands that you don't see a lot of places, such as Bond Number 9, Decorte, things like that. Now I haven't started to try those yet, but I think I do really want to try those and see how those are. They have so many beautiful fragrances and candles, and it's just such a really nice website. I will say they don't get a lot of new releases very often. They're usually delayed on their site, but just a solid luxury beauty website. It's pretty good. It's pretty good, guys. And I really can't complain when it comes to Saks. That kind of rounds up the 3 retailers that I'm really interested in at the moment. Those retailers are the ones that I continue to look at, continue to see what's new there. I continue to buy from, quite honestly. I really appreciate the customer service. I think that they do a great job with their website. It's easy to find things and things like that. The shipping's good. Now, Nordstrom. Let's talk about Nordstrom's shipping, though. They're a little slow on the shipping, but you know, with everything going on this past year, I cannot complain. That, you know, is something that I totally understand, and I cannot complain. But it is something you kind of take notice to, though. If others are faster, you know, I don't know. Anyways, let's talk about those that I'm just kind of a little, I feel like they've kind of just been like this, right? You don't feel like they've escalated in their, like, as others have gotten better or shown better reward systems or styles or points or whatever, these have kind of just stayed mediocre, status quo. Nothing's really been innovative or enhanced, and that is Sephora. Sephora is one that, you know, quite frankly, the reward system, the points, it's not great. It's terrible in all my 100% heart honesty. I've liked shopping from there because they do carry cool brands, things that are a little bit newer. They do get some new releases, not as many recently though, which is quite interesting. Yet, I find that, you know, a lot of brands are pulling out of Sephora, or they're not being carried there anymore, ones that I would really be interested in, and that's kind of odd, right? The point system stinks. I'm not a big fan of that. I think that, you know, quite frankly, I don't really know why I shop there anymore, only for the fact that they carry brands that are exclusive to their site that I would love to try. And that's really what keeps me there, personally. And honestly, their customer service, I've always had great customer service with them and have not had an issue really at all. They do have a great return policy if you're interested in that. So yeah, that's really why I continue to shop there. I also want to talk about Ulta. Now, Ulta is a brand or store. Quite frankly, it's a store that I shopped at a little bit, but never have been truly like the biggest fan of. I think because I'm more into luxury beauty, that's something I really enjoy. It's not a company that carries a ton of those types of products, which is totally fine. I do, however, think that their reward point system is so much better than Sephora's. But for me personally, it's not really one I've kind of like moved from Ulta because it's not a place where I shop, quite frankly, and can find the products that I personally am wanting to try. And that's the only thing. I do find also that their shipping does take a lot longer than other retailers and things like that. So that's the only thing. Yeah, so those are the retailers that I have been really loving, and some of the retailers that I've kind of, quite frankly, been a little disappointed in, or I've kind of moved away from. And I thought that this would be fun to kind of chat about, and just, I really want to know your thoughts. Like, what are those retailers that I may be missing that I need to try, and that have great customer service? Let's chat about it, because I'm so interested in knowing more about what you guys like and where I need to start shopping if y'all found the latest and greatest when it comes to a company regarding luxury beauty or anything like that. I really appreciate it. So thank you all so much for watching. I will leave my latest video right here, and I'll see you there. Bye, y'all.